The following podcast is brought to you by the Johners Podcasting Network, found exclusively at WrestlingWithJohners.com.
Marcus, and welcome to another episode of Toilet Side Wrestling Talk. Today's guest hails from, and I'm going to butcher this, Bucaramanga, Colombia, and began her in-ring career in 2021. She's worked for such promotions as Coastal Championship Wrestling, Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling, NWA Daily Wrestling, and has shared the ring with the likes of Genocide, Marty Bell, Lady Frost, that bitch Carol Baskin, as Joe Exotic would say, Kenzie Page, La Brava, and I could go on, but I won't. So let's welcome today's guest, pro wrestler, fitness and nutrition coach, TV personality, and of course, mom. I give you Paola Mayfield.
Love it. I look so different, though.
So I usually ask people, like, was that you, just in case? But I know it was definitely you, even with the hair change.
Yeah, this is something that people who have followed my journey, they know that Paola Mayfield and now Paola Blaze, she changes hair like all the time. Like I will bring back my red hair. Like I've been working in other things, so it's hard to divide myself because I'm not just only a wrestler, I'm also this celebrity, a TV star. So
Sure.
I have commitments. So it's like I like to be like normal, like, and
do you think that like later in your life, years and years from now, you'll stop coloring your hair, or is this something you'll always want to keep doing, like to keep it like hip looking?
I'm not sure. No, I think I probably in a couple of days, probably weeks, I will be changing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next because I feel like I haven't done my first match on 2022 and I want to come back for my next match. It's stronger than ever and like with a new avatar and I feel like I it's more excited. I don't know. I feel like I have so many different personalities that I like just to play with it as much as I can.
Could your mind like wander on that like forever? Like, because I'm sure this is like very like creative for you, like a creative outlet.
Yeah,
like doing yourself.
Oh yes. Like I do my own gear. I design my own gear, and funny, my hairstylist is in the back.
I was going to say there might be a burglar in your house. Don't be alarmed. But no, okay, you've identified this person.
No, he's a hairstylist, and like we're actually thinking about what am I going to be doing next, and because like he's in charge of like making myself like look completely different every time I have a match. But I don't think I'm gonna stop. I feel like that's part of my personality, and I like it. I have so much fun with it. But sometimes I just need to to feel normal, and I feel this is my normal.
Yeah, sure. Like, does it hurt getting your hair colored? Like, do you have to like bleach it and then color it?
Yes, I do. Like I haven't done anything to my hair since December, and
Okay.
that's my time to let it like rest and to recover.
Uh-huh.
It's not that it hurts, but it kind of damages your hair if you're not careful and take a break.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I'm doing because even my husband knows that when I tell him like, I'm going to change my hair, and he's like, oh yeah, I know, it's coming soon. It's like it's gonna happen, but like. This is the thing, like I love my fans and I love
Uh,
that they give me their opinion on my looks,
sure.
and they've been telling me they love my dark hair, and maybe because that's how they met me in here in America
Sure.
like 8 years ago, and so they feel like this is familiar and this is like the kind of angel cute pal that came to America.
Sure.
um
Sure.
but the other colors is like my savage pal, so
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a huge difference in like your personality, just the hair color. Um,
yeah.
okay, I mentioned this in the opening that you're also like a fitness and nutrition coach.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm a 45-year-old man. I haven't exercised in like the name of fitness in probably over 20 years. I'm not
Exactly.
overweight, but I don't eat well. Could you get me, how long would it take for you to get me in shape? And would I have to change my eating habits? Like, what
That
would I have
depends.
to do?
Like I feel like it depends. The first step that you need to take is like
Mhm.
realizing that you want to change and you want to do it, right? And being realistic and not pushing yourself to something that you are new, that you are not used to, and then that is going to put too much stress on you. I always tell to my first time clients, like, because I always ask them, how many times a week would you like to train? And they always go crazy and it goes like 6 times, 7 times. And I'm like, okay, let's think about this. Just you haven't trained before. And one of the biggest reasons why people quit when they're training is because they put too much intensity to their daily life, and the body is not used to. So you're gonna crash. So the best thing is to do is to start little by little. To start the time. For example, you work 5 times a week. Take one day you haven't done it before and see how you feel and see how your body reacts. Because the thing is, you're gonna be sore. No matter what, you're gonna be sore because you have never trained before. And so it's the matter of fact is that if you are gonna be able to move past that time that you are sore and that you're gonna keep pushing, knowing that you're gonna get sore again,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because nobody
Yeah,
likes
that
to
makes
be sore.
sense.
Nobody likes to be sore, but you know what? Once you pass that, and then you realize that this is good and my muscles are working, that it's working really good, then you're going to be able to, after the first month, you're going to feel a little bit more motivated to do that. But I would
Okay.
recommend you like 1 or 2 times a week maximum, just to start, and then let your body tells you that they want more. Don't push yourself to do something that you have never done before, even if you want it, even if your mind is telling you yes, you can do it. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
want to do a backflip, but that doesn't mean that just because I want to do it doesn't mean that my body is trained for that. So I need to go
Sure.
slow.
And would I have to necessarily change my diet?
It's not about changing your diet. Well, I can look at you and you are not overweight, and you are not too skinny, right? So what will be
Hmm.
your goal? To
Well,
lose weight or to build muscle?
right now, my prime, I'm on basically a chocolate diet during the day, and at night I'll have scraps of what's left over. There were garlic knots tonight, so like, yeah, I don't eat a ton, and usually when I eat, I'm probably not eating well. But so I would have to change. Do you have any clients who smoke still?
Oh yeah. I do.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
Is
And
it
little by little, those things
counterproductive?
are changing. Little by little, those things are changing. The thing is, like the way I work is that you don't have to change your diet completely. You just have to
Okay.
modify the amount that you eat, but you can still enjoy those things, because the idea of this is not just diet yourself and just like I don't know, just, and that's the other thing is starting a fitness journey. You
Mhm.
shouldn't be cutting too many calories from your diet, because that's another mistake that people do. Is like they go to a 1200 calorie diet, which is then like the majority of people actually give you a 1200 calories.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to have the same amount and have the energy to keep training if you have that little calories to eat. I think you just start adapting little by little, and that instead of like eating a big cup of rice, you will eat the half, right?
Okay.
If your goal is to lose weight, but if you're trying to gain muscle mass, dude, you should be eating a lot.
Yeah.
That's all. You can still eat the chocolates.
Yeah. Well, we give out lots of chocolate at work for like bingo and stuff, so it's always in front of me. No, but I suspect I would like people on the street to be more intimidated by me than my wife when we walk down. So like, yeah, I think I need to get in shape, because yes, and right now I'm just like plain, like my shirt off. There's no definition. There's nothing. It's just the
You should take advantage of your testosterone, dude. Like, that's what I feel
yeah,
like. The testosterone is something that we lack of, and that's okay. But it's like that's what it help you to build those muscle in a faster way. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
about
It's
body
true.
weight. But look, it just depends what you're looking into this lifestyle. It just
Mm,
to look good and to look more scary than your wife when you're walking on the street, or just to feel healthy and have more energy to your daily life, to
uh-huh.
start learning how to eat properly to feed your body with the right nutrients, or it's just because you just want to, I don't know, you just want to work out and do something like everybody else. It depends. You
Yeah.
need to realize what you really want to get out of this journey, to say it that way.
Thank you. All right, that actually did motivate me because the more as we're talking it out, I'm like, God, my wife must
And also, now that you
there's
mentioned
something missing.
yeah, and now that you mentioned the fitness part, I haven't told anybody about this, but you're going to be the first one.
Oh,
Now
awesome.
that you're talking about the fitness, I'm launching my fitness app probably at the end of this month. I have my own fitness app, which I'm going to be posting a lot of different workouts with descriptions and meal recommendations and all that stuff. Something that I've been working for a while, and soon is going to be available for everybody.
Do you have any time to just sit and watch TV?
I
You know what
do.
I
I
mean?
do.
Like,
I do. Look, the thing is, like, the things that I choose to do in my life, I do it because I know that I'm not going to get too well, even though I get too crazy and
yeah,
overwhelmed,
yeah.
because I
Uh-huh.
don't know that very well. But I try to do things that makes me happy. That if I'm going to do it, I'm going to be happy doing it. No, I'm not
Got
gonna
it.
do it like, oh, I don't want this,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
have to because it's money. No, I don't do that. I don't care. Like, for me, my mental health and my happiness is above of anything else, like money or anything else.
Okay, so you do make time to watch like Cobra Kai or like
Oh,
like
I love Cobra Kai. I watched that and I'm like, I binge watched a lot of TV.
yeah, totally. My wife are okay. One more like random question before we move on in a normal fashion.
Okay.
When you were the ARW champion, did you ever like go around like go out on town wearing it, or like go to dinner and like put it across the table from you and have like a nice meal, or sleep next to it? Because I
No,
admit these are the things that
I
I would do if I won a belt.
no, really, I try to be super careful with it. I
Okay.
protect it. Like, I feel like
Mhm.
I don't want to lose it. I don't want like anybody steal it from me. And I
Yeah.
heard, like, I don't take it with me. Like, the only time I took it with me, it was when I went to do a segment for Discovery Plus. That it was
Okay.
the one that I don't know if you saw it, but it was for Discovery Plus where I was showing them like this new adventure, my career as a wrestler, and I brought it with me. But what I didn't know, and someone told me, be careful when you carry your belt because people steal it. People that works at the airport steal it. And I'm like, oh, well,
Really?
I don't need that. I
Yeah.
just come with that. So I try
Um.
not to bring it with me because I don't want to, no, I don't want to lose it.
Okay. Then one last question about that. How long from when the 3 count and you won the belt till you got to a mirror? Like, did you go straight to a mirror to see how it looked on you?
I know. I feel like I have so much adrenaline after a match. Like, I don't
Yeah.
realize everything. Like, I'm trying to, like, even when I'm fighting, even when I'm there, like, I try not to look around. I just focus on my opponent.
Uh
And
huh.
even when I finish it, like, I have so much on me that I'm just like, okay, I need to relax and I need to just like calm down and like just whew. And like
Sure, sure.
I don't go to the mirror and like no, I
Okay.
don't. I just like I need to breathe.
Even the time that you won the belt for the first time, you didn't like go to a mirror and kind of check it out on yourself?
No, I feel like the first time it was unbelievable. You go there and I'm like, do I deserve this? I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I just want to prove myself that I am as a champion of this women division. I'm worth to have this title, and I've been proving myself. That's the thing. Like
yes.
I've been learning as I go. I'm very green. That's what they call me. I'm very green. Maybe
Hmm.
next year I'm gonna be wearing green, so I can
Yeah,
match
totally.
it. But I just like I always want to prove that I'm worth to be there, to have the title, and even everywhere I go, I want to prove them that I'm not just this celebrity that things are handed to her. It's more like I go there, and even as green as I am, I want to prove that I'm a badass and I can do this, and I'm doing it like because I'm good at it. And even when you show that clip about like that I did with Lexi, that match, I was like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, first I missed that red hair already. And second, it's like, it makes me feel so like excited. Like I haven't had a match because I've been preparing myself for something else. And because I do other things, like I try to do little by little, but I look at it and I'm like, I love this. I love the feeling of like that. And like every time I see myself in there, I'm like, wow, I'm going farther and I'm doing great.
So you're able to like, and I hope this is the case, step outside of yourself and say, "Wow, look what I've done!" Like,
Yeah,
I spend all the time in a wrestling ring now. Like it's that was one of the reasons that that attracted me to you was the ch- you know changing your profession later in the normal profession, the timeline, because I did the same thing, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. So you were born in Bucaramanga, is that it?
Bucaramanga. Yes,
Okay, Colombia.
Bucaramanga.
So where is that in the country? Like, is it inland? Is it on the
Is well, how do I can say this? I'm not very good like pointing it out in there. I
is
don't
it
know how
by
to.
water?
No, it's not. It's not by
Okay,
water.
that answers my
It's
question.
close by. No, it's like close to the water. It's about 8 hours driving. About 10 hours driving. Close to the
Oh,
coast.
wow.
It's like they call it like the Panamericana, which is a long road that it just connected the whole country.
Uh,
But it's a small, and it's not that small. It's a city,
yeah.
um, not that small. I feel like Bucaramanga is bigger than Oklahoma. If you know,
Oh,
big is
really?
more like I don't know, life. But yeah,
So were your parents both from there? Did they grow up there as well?
yes, yes. But I feel like we were gypsies because they were traveling. Like we couldn't stay in one place
Uh,
for like 1 year or 2 years. We were just always moving from different cities in Colombia. So,
why
but
was
I
that?
grew up in Bucaramanga, but I
Mhm.
moved a lot.
Just because, like, let's go have a change, or was
Yeah,
there like for work or?
many reasons, many
Mhm.
reasons for
Yeah,
work,
each
for
one has a
problems,
different
for sure.
reason.
Like I'm coming from a crazy family, and like, maybe that's why I'm a little crazy too. But yeah, it's for work, for situations like I don't know. There's so many I forgot the word reasons why we moved
Uh-huh.
from.
You were never running from the law, though, is safe to say.
Oh no, no, no.
I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
that's a good thing. No, no, that no.
So what did your parents do for a living?
So my parent used to be well, how do I explain this? My father used to be a little bit of everything. But one of the reasons that I feel like I admire my father is because he used to be this Harley Davidson driver, like the motorcycle.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he used to do races,
Oh,
in
wow.
those Harley Davidson. So he used to like be with this group of people, like all this, I don't know, in English, in Spanish, Harlistas,
Uh-huh.
So he like crazy life to say it that way. So, but
Oh,
they're retired. They don't need, I don't know how to say that. They have Retire. Yes, they're retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done their time in the
Yeah,
workforce, and
exactly. But
okay,
it's more
okay.
like the crazy side. My father, like he did a little bit of everything. I think that's because that's me too.
So where you grew up, were you like in the city or like maybe on the outskirts?
Well, I grew up, if I remember, like in the city. Yes, I'm a city
Okay.
girl. But
Uh-huh.
I remember that when I was very little, and that's why I have a dream that is coming to life soon. I know it will. I grew up in a farm. I
Okay.
not grew up, but I used to spend a lot of time in a farm with animals and like all this forest in the middle of the jungle, and I love it. But it was just temporary. And now that I'm here, I'm kind of like my body and myself is just trying to find something like that.
Yeah, so close to that.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of parks. Is there a park everywhere there?
Oh, you're so sweet. You did your homework. I'm
Oh
gonna tell
yeah,
you.
no.
I'm
I
gonna tell
watched the documentary.
because Bucaramanga is known for the city of parks. We
Hmm.
have parks everywhere, right? So it's like everywhere you go in Bucaramanga, especially, it's like parks that are beautiful, big, very green, and all that stuff. So, oh yes,
Why is it?
absolutely.
Why
So
are there so many? Just
I
because
don't know.
it's beautiful and they make like, oh, call this a park.
It's because it's very green, there is no
Hmm.
try like it's a city, but also they respect the nature. So they try just to conserve those natural environments or areas.
Yeah. Oh, I wish they did that at more places. And also what? They make a lot of shoes are made there. Is that what I
Yes, my
why
city is
okay, that was
also.
my question. Why there is like the shoe like all the
I
shoe
really don't
industry?
know exactly. I don't know why, but yes, Bucaramanga people are known because of they have tons of fabrics of shoes. I used to be a shoe designer.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
I wonder why because I grew up in there.
Okay, so like you designing your gear is not, out of your wheelhouse.
Oh no, I draw
Okay.
my things. I worked with my brother designing shoes for a while before I met my husband. And I met my husband, and then I just sold everything and I moved here to start from zero. But I was
Yeah.
designing. I have a collection of shoes, and it's kind of like it's on my like in my I don't know a base to design shoes. But now I'm not designing shoes. I'm designing gear, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like similar because it's different, but.
Were you
I'm
able to
still.
actually like take the design and do it yourself?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And I
See,
have like
that's like a superhero, like a power, to be able
oh
to create like clothing, stuff like that from like your mind.
yeah, I love that. And also, look, I'm coming from a country that, um, growing up, it is very hard to make a living, right? So
Hmm.
you gotta try to find ways to survive and
Okay.
to work. And in Colombia, we are more independent than working for someone,
Hmm.
and that's how like because there's so much competition, and I don't know, I feel like we have that boss mindset, and
Hmm.
that's like I feel like I wanted to do something like that, and I did it, and I love my shoes and everything I did. Yeah, but I don't know, I feel like it's something that you got to do in Colombia in order to progress and to be and do something.
Wow. So did you have siblings as well?
We are six siblings. I'm the youngest. We are three and three, three women, three boys.
Oh wow, like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah. So yeah, they didn't have, my parents didn't have TV at that time. So there was like
Your
having
poor
fun a
mom. Jeez.
lot, just creating us.
Yeah.
And
A litter.
so I did the shoe company that I had. I did it with my brother. He actually, this is the thing. He actually designed some wrestling shoes for me for practice. But when they sent it to me, he knew my size, but before I got pregnant. So when you get
Oh.
pregnant, your shoe size change.
Totally.
And yes. So he sent me five pair of shoes, six or five or six. And gorgeous. I love them. They're amazing. But they are 35 kind of size. So if
Yeah.
anybody's interested, just send me a message. They're gorgeous. And they're like, I have them in here. They're 6. They're red, pink, white, black, and orange. They're gorgeous. They're a design that he did especially for me. And I told him what I wanted.
Mhm.
And he did them, and he was very disappointed that I was not able to wear them, but they're new. And is anybody
Oh,
listening
wow.
there?
You should auction them off.
Oh, I am going. Oh, that's a
For
great idea.
charity or something. Like,
That's a great
um,
idea.
so how would your, you know, being amongst, 6 children in the house, how would your parents, how would they describe your personality?
Outspoken, free,
Uh-huh.
a good, like someone who will, like, he will go and get whatever she wants,
Uh-huh.
but with a great feel, with a great heart. Because
Uh-huh.
like even being the youngest, I've been the one who has supported my family economically, and even like with they always reach out to me for advices or like even money wise too.
Yeah.
And even the youngest, but I feel like they look at me as someone that they can ask for advice, and they trust me, and I
Yeah.
like that
Like
because I
you've
have
become
earned
like
that.
the wise one.
Yes, yes, and I have gone very far. I feel like I have, yes, being in here, and every opportunity that I have today, I feel like I deserve it. And
Uh-huh.
also they admire me for that because I never stopped. Even with the circumstances that I grew up in Colombia, I was
Yeah.
able to be here in a good way, like in a good
For
way
sure.
with with the right intentions and the right mindset.
Yeah. You didn't have to get out of somewhere quick.
Yeah.
Like you, was your grades important to your parents, like say in high school?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I was
Oh,
awesome with my grades. Like,
oh,
but
really?
the thing is like I was great with my grades, but
Uh,
I just didn't care that much.
okay, well, that's normal. Like,
I was very like in here. I was even the mayor of my school.
really?
Yeah, but I won. Someone told me that I won because it was more like a pageant, like a beauty pageant, and
Yeah.
but because someone told me, "Hey, you should be the mayor of the school," and I'm like, "But I haven't said anything. I don't even know what to promise." And they were
Yeah,
like, "No, just put," and I'm like, "Just put your name in there," and I'm like, "Okay, just put my name in there," and then they just put it, and I won. And
I'm gonna have the whole management staff fired, if
but
you vote for me.
the first thing I did was a gene party. That's how they call it, a
Oh,
gene party.
nice.
I was like immediately, oh my, yeah. I have always had this leader thing. I don't know. I'm a rebel. I would call
Oh,
myself.
that's hilarious. Were you allowed to date?
Oh yeah. Well, and
Okay.
if I wasn't, I would have done it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
God, like,
Did you have a plan for after high school?
not really. I think I've been
Okay.
living my life. I try not to think too far away because I don't know if
Hmm.
I'm going to be there. So I feel like I live at the moment. Of course, I
Okay.
think of the future, but no, like, how do I see myself in a couple of years? I just maybe see
Yeah.
like how comfortable I would like to live. Like, for example, right now, I would like to have a land where I'm going to have a different kind of animals, which I'm going to do it. It's
Cool.
going to happen. I'm going to be posted on my YouTube channel as soon as I start getting all that thing together.
Sure,
But it's
sure.
going to be completely different because I'm a city girl, heels and all this stuff, but like I'm
Yeah.
ready to have chickens and a goat and a cow and like all this stuff.
But you grew up on a farm, so this is not something you'd be uncomfortable. Like, you know,
Yeah, when I was little, I loved it, and it didn't scare me, the bugs and all that stuff. Then
uh
there was a moment in my life when I was like a teenager, or I don't know, in my 20s. I don't know. I felt
uh
like, oh, I don't want bugs or anything. Now I'm like, huh. I'm in my 30s, and I'm like, I would love to have that. And I want. I
uh
don't know. I see myself waking up in the morning and going to check on the chickens if they give me some eggs.
Let me ask you, do if you went camping, are you like want to stay in a hotel or will you sleep in a tent?
I will sleep in the tent. Uh,
Okay.
I had an experience. My husband, he decided to go on a road trip, and it was his dirty, something like that they call it, the 30,
Okay.
dirty.
Yeah.
And we did it. Oh man, I just like, I was, the tent was having holes, were raining, there was freezing. I hated it. Like I hated it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want. Plus, they told me there were bears around. So I'm like, how am I going to go to the bathroom in
Yeah.
the
Who
middle?
told you that? They're setting you up for an awful time.
Yeah. So, but
Bears,
now,
bears.
okay, I would do it, but I need to have some, like, I don't know, something to scare bears and like, I don't know, something like that.
Would you rather have a cabin than a tent?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I can't really do it.
Understandable. Um, okay. So at this point in your life, in high school, in graduating, had you had any? Was wrestling on your radar in any sense?
No, I didn't even know that that existed.
Was is there? I assume there's wrestling in Colombia.
I didn't know.
Oh,
And
okay.
I still don't know. I want to go and wrestle in Colombia because I want my family to see me, but
Yeah.
I don't know any promoters or promotion in
Uh-huh.
Colombia. No,
Eh,
it's just Colombia is not very sports like those
uh,
things are not that common like in here in America.
sure. Oh, okay. Um, all right. So after you graduate high school, are you expected to go to school or do you get a job?
I know. I was already thinking about my business. I wanted
Oh,
like a
okay.
starting a business. So I'm telling you, at my 17, when I was 17 years old, I had my first business, which was a bakery. I bought a bakery, yeah, but not because I knew
That's
how to
crazy.
bake.
Uh-huh.
It's my brother, another
They should
brother.
clone you. Go
I'm
on.
always thinking about being independent. I can't work for anybody. Like I can work for someone, but as soon as they just go bitchy at me and yell at me and like being
Sure,
nasty, I'm
sure.
like, no, I don't
Yeah.
sign up for this. I'm a grown up to accept someone yelling at me like that. I don't do it. Don't do it to me.
Okay.
But at my 17, I had a bakery, my first business. And because one of my brothers he was a baker, or someone who
Right.
bakes.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, okay, let's do the business because you know how to do it and I have the money. And because I saved money to do that. And
Hmm.
it didn't last long. I sold everything and I just like spent the money on something else. So
So
I've
where did you,
always been a business person.
so a 17-year-old, where did you learn to bake? Like from at home?
I don't know. I just look in Colombia. You gotta learn to survive when you're young.
Yeah. But I mean, that's amazing. Like how many different things, like I had no idea about the baking. Like you've done a
Yeah,
lot in a short period of time.
yeah.
Okay. Let's skip ahead a bit. You get married, blah 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 blah. But then I'll let you tell your story about uh, fighting with my family.
Oh,
Did
the story
so?
with fighting with my family. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
when how I got into the wrestling. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm sorry. Do you? Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So, so I'm in Colombia visiting my family,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay, I think I finished a season on 90 Day Fiance, and I went to finally visit my family because with my husband we have a deal that 1 year in Colombia, 1 year in America, to
Oh,
be
that's
able
interesting.
to
Yeah.
spend time with them. And we were in Colombia, and I'm like, I don't even know where this movie came from because when I heard about wrestling, I see these people getting blood and all those things, but I don't think that was wrestling. I think that was boxing. So I did get both, and even I knew this wrestler with the blonde hair, Hogan.
Hmm.
I cannot even
Hulk
say it.
Hogan.
That one. So, and
Mhm.
I didn't know that was wrestling. I thought it was like because you see them with blood and all those things, so that's scary. No, I was doing modeling and I was just focused on something else. So when I'm watching this movie and then this moment with Paige, like I'm just like not even have a clue about wrestling.
Yeah.
And this girl gets into the ring, Paige, and she's like, yeah, when they ask you like, hey, why are you wrestling? Like, why is your reason? And she's like, hey, because I can be anyone or anything I want in the ring. Like I can forget about the outside and all those things. Because and then I thought to myself, like, I have done so many things in my life that like I have never felt complete. I never felt like this is something that oh man, I want to do this. Because even with the modeling, I did it, but it was not something that I wanted to push and to reach farther. One, because I didn't want to be super skinny.
Yeah.
Two, I'm not that tall, and I gotta be realistic. Three, here in America, supposedly because I was too old back there, back then, even like because that, and those things never stopped me. I
Mhm.
was getting paid. That's the thing. You do something, you get paid, you have fun, and
Yeah.
that's all that matters. So I'm like, wait a second. So these people, actually, yeah, they punch the things, but they're not trying to kill themselves, right?
Yeah, yeah. You don't see them with black eyes every day, every
It's not
Tuesday
like
and
cussing, it's
Mhm.
amazing because it's like you gotta have so much like talent to do wrestling, and some people don't understand that. But people that don't have a clue about wrestling, they just don't understand the amount of talent that you need to have even to be able to hit someone with that
Yes.
amount of force.
And
And I
not
get
kill them.
exactly. And so and I watched this and I'm like, wow, I want to try this. I want to. I know I can do it. I'm physically strong.
Uh-huh.
I have strength. I've been into fitness.
Uh-huh.
So I called my manager and I told her, hey, I saw this. Can you find me a school in Miami? And she said, oh, I see you doing that. You have that personality. And I told my husband, he was like, okay, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I know I can do it. Let's just see. And she found me at school in Miami.
Okay.
And then I went there and I look, I have to give so much credit to JB. JB Cool, because the things that I know it was because that guy. The things that I have learned, and like of course I have perfection certain things with other
Uh-huh.
coaches, but I feel like the basics, the that JB Cool gave me, it was what is helping me to keep up and to just pushing and getting better and better. So
Sure.
that's like and nobody's gonna, because there's drama in here a lot, even with the promoters and all that stuff.
I bet.
Um, so I did my classes. The thing that my coach at that time did, he was like, hey, "Oh, you're gonna take the first bump and you're not coming back." And the
Really?
thing is, like, I did it. I took my first bump, and I didn't come back. Not because I was not ready for this, it's because I
Uh-huh.
had a celebrity tournament in Orlando. So I was like, and he was like, hey, yeah, she's not coming. And I came back, and it was intense to my body. I had so many bruises on my back, on my ass, and like everywhere. Like I
Did
was
you did you know to expect that or not at all?
not at all, not at all. I was
Okay.
like, oh wow, there are like bruises in here and there, but I'm not afraid of pain. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
that. Uh, I feel like when I get into the ring, it's more like I want to do my thing right, and I want
Sure.
to prove that I can do this, and like that's what it goes to my mind. No, like, oh, I'm gonna suffer or anything. I have
Uh-huh.
gone through experiences with certain wrestlers that are very stiff,
Uh-huh.
and recently I got put in a situation where I was very disappointed because
Okay.
yeah, I went through something and I didn't like it. I didn't like because I didn't know what to do. But I
Mhm.
won't talk about it because eventually I will.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it put me in a situation like I doubt myself. I even cry. Like it was hard because like yeah, I'm so new in this, right? And I
Yes,
don't know everything. It's just I don't know who to trust. I don't know who is telling me the truth, who is really trying to help me out or just trying to take advantage of my position.
is it scary,
So
like, to think about that? Like, yeah, because you know who's telling you the right thing or the wrong thing.
it is scary. Not as scary. It's not scary. It's more like
Not scary like
frustrated
a
for
horror
me.
film.
It made me feel frustrated because I'm a
Mhm.
person who gives everything, and like if I don't have anything against you, or like I don't like I haven't met you, like I don't need to be somebody else. Like I don't need
Sure.
to treat you bad. But like I was like it kind of, I will get there, of course. That's why I'm so green. But it's like being in circumstances or with people and not knowing the industry is like I don't know what to do in certain situations. and being in the middle and being who I am.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it's not, I'm not, it make it harder. I'm going to tell you, make it harder because not everybody look at me as someone who is trying to be a wrestler, but instead someone who is trying to put a name as a wrestler just to keep herself.
Yeah. Does that drive you
You know,
crazy?
yeah, and it's like, hey, no, I want to do this. It's just, this is the time I knew about this, and I want to do it, but not everybody thinks like that, and everybody may be thinking that I'm just here to take something away from some people, and that's not my intention.
It's not like you're breaking a law or anything. You know what I mean? Like everybody's on a different time, timetable. Did what was your schedule like in that first year of training? Like, did you had a child all at that point, right?
Yeah, I started training on 2020.
Okay.
I started training in 2020. When did I don't
Mhm.
remember when the pandemic I started,
Yeah,
but I started
2020.
before. So I started before that. Then the lockdown came, but I was training like every freaking single day. I was training every morning. Like I was super skinny. Like
Yeah.
I loved it. Like this is the thing that I loved about JB, that he actually like he knew that I wanted to do these classes secretly. I
Okay.
told him I do not want to people to know that I'm doing this because I'm a public figure, and I when I do it and when I do my debut, I want to be already there and like, oh, I'm doing it. I don't want
Yeah.
people, oh, she's gonna do wrestling. Sure, she will. No, I just want
Yeah.
to like,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
like I wanted to come strong, and he trained me secretly for so many months, and
Like with like one-on-one sessions.
one on one, I trained with Layla Gray. I love this
Oh,
girl. You know her? You have heard of
yeah.
her?
Yeah. Of course.
Like Layla Gray. Yeah. So I trained with Layla Gray and her boyfriend, uh, Luke. Luke. There was like a private classes because they were the only students that were able to come in the morning. And I wanted to train in the morning because as a mom, it is hard to
Yeah.
take night classes, and
For
plus
sure.
night classes is more people. And I just wanted to be super prepared. And
Hmm.
so I trained with them, and oh, they were so helpful. I love them. I love these two guys, like Luke and Layla Gray. I love them. And so, yeah, it was every day. It was training every day in the morning, 3 hours a day, non-stopping. And I just like I did what I could, and I love the training with them. Like I haven't had
Was
that
that
training like that.
was that exciting? Like for that year, not telling anyone, and then like when you have your first match, no one had any idea that this would like that you'd be walking out from behind the curtain.
The only thing that is a match that we did with Layla Gray, and there was only the close people who were able to watch that,
Okay.
and then it was terrible.
Really?
I stumbled. It was we were not ready for it, but it was
Mhm.
private. It was between students and people that we knew.
Sure, sure.
And oh my gosh, if anyone see that match, they would laugh like it would be crazy. Because with so many mistakes, I
Did you
stumble,
know?
I fall, and but my gimmick, my hair was pink. I have a gimmick, I have everything, personality. But
Uh-huh.
JP made it so easy. Like we were able to finish like the whole day that we have prepared. It was a long. There was like match one on one. Then we continue it. It was a great learning experience.
Okay, let me ask you this. I hope it's not gross. You don't have to answer it. Was it hard getting used to like having somebody else's sweat on you? Do you know what I
Uh,
mean?
I'm gonna tell you what is the craziest thing for me to do. Like not
Okay.
the sweat. I don't mind the sweat.
Okay.
I don't mind the sweat. For me, the awkward part is to go in like, for example, like a body slam
Uh-huh.
that you gotta grab on there and kind of grab the ass.
Yeah, yeah. That
That's
takes a
like,
bit to get used to.
and we do it with girls. And with girls will be fine, but with guys, when I do it to guy, I kind of like I don't want to touch something else, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like, that kind of drives me insane. Like, And even if someone do it to me, I feel like if it's a guy, because we train with guys too.
Yeah, sure.
So if someone do this to me, I in my head it goes like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know, it's stupid, but it kind of like, oh, then be careful.
No, I think that's normal. Like in most professions, you're not like getting that physical and close with other people, you know? So it's not
Yeah.
like it's a strange thing to get used to. So
And
did you
another example, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Another
no,
example to
no.
that is like I have one move that I normally do is the running knees to the corner.
Mhm.
And to do it to a girl is fine. I don't know. If I do it to a guy, or the guy do it to me, he does make me probably in my head I'm jiggly.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
I'm there like this, but I'm just I don't know why. And I hope like this doesn't backfire me because I get like I'm very open and I what I said and what I feel and think.
Sure.
And sometimes that get me in trouble, but that's I don't know. It's awkward.
Have you ever worn gear designed by somebody else?
I the first gear I had was a
Uh-huh.
pink one. I loved it.
Uh-huh.
Somebody who actually draw designs to the WWE girls. He's
Uh-huh.
very well known. I don't remember his name. He
Uh-huh.
drew that one for me. Another guy did it, didn't finish it, and
Ugh,
that's the only one. The other ones, all me.
is that a lot? Is that like so much fun?
Yes.
Um, okay. And did anyone like give you trouble like once they, realized who you were? Were there people who like, backstage other wrestlers who were a little hard on you? Or is everybody pretty like, oh, she's put in the time. You
No,
don't have to name names.
everybody in my face, everybody's super nice and everything. What I hear things after when they get to meet me,
Hmm.
yeah, they were not that happy that, for example, like for me winning my belt, the first belt,
Uh-huh.
there are many girls that were not that happy that I was getting it.
Sure.
But
But even
uh,
if you were a 10-year vet, they'd be unhappy.
yeah, but it's not my fault. I don't own that. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say no. Don't give me the belt, please. There are other ones in the back who deserve. That's up to the owner, the promoter. It's not
Yeah.
up to me. And I feel like it's not just about a belt. It's about proving yourself as a wrestler. You know, you don't
Yeah.
need to
Like
own a belt to prove that you are a badass wrestler. I feel.
did do you do any like tape study? Like do you watch like your matches back?
I do. I try. There are ones that I feel like I don't want to. There
Hmm.
was one match that I didn't feel like watching it just because how I felt after it. Not because I
Oh.
did anything wrong. It was because I should have done more. I should have like defend myself. You
Hmm.
know, I feel like yeah, I wanted to like I was put in a situation that I didn't know how to react.
Hmm.
And I'm very professional in wrestling and TV. There is something that I'm very professional. And if
Hmm.
I'm told to do something, I will do so. If it's a show and it's for TV, even more, I will do so. But that specific match, I just felt like I don't know. I felt like stupid, kind of.
Are you? It seems like you're very hard. You're like your biggest critic, though.
Oh yeah, I am.
Like,
When I watch my shows, when I watch all the seasons and stuff,
uh,
when I watch my shows and the seasons, like I always go like, oh my gosh, I hate my hair in that. Why I was wearing that makeup, things like that. Look,
oh, okay, okay.
we are our worst critics. But when I watch my matches, it's more not criticizing like what I do on reality show. This is more about maybe I should slow down a little bit, maybe things like that, you know. But it's
Yeah,
in
yeah,
more about be better. Like I can do better. And I see it like
yeah.
I'm going
Exactly.
to do better. Yeah. That was like, I'm very strong with myself. Like okay, I know what I need to do. I'm going to prove myself that I can do this better.
this is a little off topic, maybe. Is it a pain maintaining like social media?
Yes,
Like,
it
I
is.
mean, does it takes up a
Be-
ton of time?
It's not just about taking a lot of time. It takes a part of you when you get so much
Uh-huh.
hate. The thing is, like,
Yeah.
I've been dealing with so much hate since I put myself out there on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and affect my relationship because, well, I'm in the show with my
Yeah.
husband, but it's more about like knowing who you are, but seeing and hearing people telling you otherwise, and
Mm-hmm.
seeing that there's people seeing something they like, why? And so you gotta be strong mentally and think like, no, their opinion is know who you are, and you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be strong about it because it does affect me. It did affect me in the past. Like I learned bad words thanks to Twitter. Because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know the bad words until I start like on my first piece, and I'm like, what this word mean? And my husband like, who's studying it? I'm like, I'm here on Twitter.
Oh my
and
God.
and I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it means. So, and I learned to be stronger about it. I learned to,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not saying that I'm 100% strong, that it doesn't affect me. Affect
Mm-hmm.
me the most is when I feel like I've been proving myself to be a person, and certain people still think that I'm just this evil
You know,
person.
yeah, people are going to find something in anybody that they're jealous of, or well, I hope that doesn't like affect you. It doesn't look like it's affecting
Not
your
anymore.
career at
No,
all.
believe me, not anymore. It did affect me at the
Yeah,
beginning. I'm great right now. I just joke about it. I do TikToks about it,
sure,
and I just
sure.
mock them, and I just like f you, and that's okay.
Are you able to be proud of yourself for what you've done in wrestling in what it's been 2 years?
I did my debut last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm very
But
proud.
you're
I've been in places that I have
mm-hmm.
never thought. Like I know, I know that because of my status of like who I
Mm-hmm.
am has helped me to that, but also to stay and to keep showing and being able to show to the public that I deserve to be there is because of my skills and my talent as a
Well, yeah,
wrestler.
I mean,
Not so.
I think putting in that year is I think that's a big deal. Because it wasn't like, oh, they brought you into a show and they gave you two moves to do. Like you started training to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Um, it is your husband think it's cool that his wife's a pro wrestler?
Yeah, yeah. He see me like that. He knows that I like. He like it. He admires
Hmm.
me. He admires my driven, my all the things that I do, the crazy things that I do. I try to practice with him, but he's not that flexible to get our arms
That's what I
with.
was going to ask you. Yeah, I
No,
one
he's
time put a
not
figure four
flexible.
leg lock on my wife.
No,
I ended up getting injured.
I want to be
Um,
practicing with him more, but I can't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Has your son seen you wrestle?
A little bit, and even like I have my shirts, and like he can recognize that. But like for him to be like watching me for the whole time, he's just like, hey, that's mommy, and then he goes and play.
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah,
there's a flag. There's some grass.
but he's gonna start some MMA classes with me.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're gonna start MMA classes soon. Probably next week.
Wow.
I've done it before. I've done it before MMA. I did it in
Uh,
Oklahoma, and I did some classes in here, but now I'm just taking it to the next level because, like, I love personal defense. I love being able to defend myself and defend the
yeah.
people I have next to me. And plus, uh, when I get into the ring, like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, no, totally. Exactly. Just adds another layer. Um,
Yeah.
so has pro wrestling so far been everything you thought it would be, or is it better or more difficult?
The thing with pro wrestling is not about the skills of what you do. It's more about the people that you work with. And I'm not talking about the girls that I have matches with. I'm talking about the people who hire you, or the people who try the I don't know. I feel like there is too much drama.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
way too much drama sometimes, like compared to my show. Like I have drama on my show, but this is like it's different because I feel like this drama shouldn't exist because we're not getting paid for that.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
paid
exactly.
for drama.
Totally.
Yeah, so I get paid for drama, but like this unpaid drama, I don't want to be part of it. And that's when you have to be careful who you trust. And look, I've been involved in so much freaking drama since I started this journey. I haven't
Imagine.
said absolutely anything. I don't know if I ever will. Probably I will because that's me. I'm a TV star, and TV stars just bent all their shit out.
Yeah, it's eventually
So
coming out.
sooner or later it's going to happen. And like I really went through a lot of things. Like I think I'm moving to Orlando next month because I need more training wrestling wise. Because right now
Okay.
in Miami, I there is no place I can go
Uh-huh.
or like a place for me to train.
Okay, so there's nowhere that has like a ring that you can go.
It is. It
Okay.
is. But because of the drama, I
Oh God, that's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. So I was like, I need to find different ways to do this and to keep pushing. Plus, my coach Loki, I've been
Uh-huh.
training with him for a while, so he lives there, and so it's easy for me to actually go and train with him.
Oh wow. Is Loki very intense?
Oh yes, very
Okay,
much.
yeah, that's what I imagine.
Yeah,
Um,
I love training with him because he like as a coach
uh-huh,
myself, I know how to push people, but I know how hard it is to push myself. And if
uh-huh.
I'm training with someone who can push me the same way I push my clients, I'm gonna be fine. And he does that. Like he does that. And he take
Oh,
care of me and he's always I ask him about promoters and things and he tell me because he knows I have no idea.
yeah, yeah, and he's been around.
Yeah.
Um, when was the last time you took a vacation? Like
Um,
like of it, no one knows that maybe just like a 7-day vacation.
I haven't done that. Even recently I went to Las Vegas, but it was for work. I had a little fan, but
Uh,
then that was it. But no, I
are you
haven't done that.
are you of the like mindset you'll do all your working now and then later you'll have all the time for vacations and
No, I
stuff
need
like
to
that?
mix them both. I need to mix
Oh,
them both. Yeah, I will
oh
drive
wow.
myself crazy if I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
I
Um,
I don't.
I don't want to keep you much longer talking to me, but can I, before I let you go, can I ask you 5 non-wrestling related questions? They're just yes or no. You don't have to elaborate on
Okay,
anything.
that's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
Would you be willing to participate in a social experiment called 90 Day Children, where you take my kids for 3 months and then afterwards you can decide if you want to keep them for free?
Oh my gosh, for free? If someone is
Yeah.
giving kids for free and they're not giving anything, I will just keep them for myself. I will give them a home.
Okay, okay, great. Off there, I'll get your mailing address and I'll FedEx both of my children to you like tonight. All right, good answer. Number 2, can you install drywall?
Can I what?
Install drywall?
I don't even know what that is, so probably not.
It's like the stuff like that walls are made out of, like that. It's called drywall. So no, you can't. Fine. That's
If I
I
don't know
can't
what that
either.
is, no.
No. All right. For $19 million, would you have a third arm attached to yourself? It could be anywhere you want.
Oh my God, what should I put that on? I need to find a place to hide
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah,
I think
I
maybe
will
out
do
of
it,
the
of
other
course.
arm.
I will do it as soon as I get the money. I will just cut that shit out and I'm fine.
Oh God, I didn't even think about that. So yes, the answer is yes.
$90 million, I can even take it off as many times I want to.
Have you ever heard someone under the age of 5 use the F word?
Yeah, but in a Spanish way.
Oh, okay. Was it more funny than?
Oh, it is funny. Yeah. You're like,
Okay,
what?
okay. And the last question, you're doing awesome. Are you afraid of men who wear berets?
What is a beret? Beret. What's that?
It's like French painters used to wear them. It's like a
Like
little,
a
I don't
French
even know how
thing?
to explain it. It
A
kind of looks
French?
like it's coming off your head with a little
Oh
like
no.
thing on the
Well,
top.
no, I don't care for that.
Okay.
That's too much. Unless it's very
Okay.
cool.
You 5 for 5, you did awesome. You
Thank
passed.
you.
Where are you going to be wrestling next?
Okay, so 19 and the 19, I'm going to be wrestling Orlando. So I have my first match on March 19 with Atomic Wrestling in Melbourne, and the second one is with US Pro Wrestling on the 20th.
Okay.
So I hope I'm not mixing both, but both are there in Orlando. And then I will be going to Dallas April 1st. I will be with Jazz.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be working with Jazz. Love me, Jazz. Love me some Jazz. And yes, good projects are coming with Jazz. And so I'm going to see her in April. Yes, I want to be
That's
wrestling.
amazing. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming. I really do. I hope you know how grateful I am. I was really looking forward to this.
And I hope you
So
are very
thank
happy with the outcome of this interview.
yes. No, but you giving me an hour, considering how crazy busy like you seem, I really appreciate it, and thank you very
Oh, thank you
much.
for having me. I really appreciate it.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. All right. Well, I wish you nothing but health and happiness and success, and hopefully we'll talk again.
Okay, don't forget to send your kids my address.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is the first thing I do when I open this door. I'm putting them both under my arms. I'll throw clothes in a garbage bag. All right. Well, then we'll have to talk further at some other point. Tell you they're
Okay, thank you
interesting.
so much.
All right.
Bye.
My pleasure. You take care.